They think I'm dumb. They don't know I see the plot. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Tia Tiara here. In today's video, it's about to be lit because my name is Tia. Crown me queen with the Tiara. Alright, so today's video I am going to be doing a little recap review of this book, The Making of a Slave. So this is my contribution to Black History Month because you know I am. So I had to get in character. So you know what I'm saying? Hence the fit. You know what I'm saying? Like check out the shoes, you know, it matched it. Very kind of match. Greenish, it's greenish. This book, get it, read it. And just a disclaimer for y'all, I'm for all people. But and I'm not saying but to disregard everything that I just said. I'm saying but I am for nepotism because everybody else is, so why wouldn't I be? Okay? No shade. You know what I'm saying? No shade. Alright, so let's get into it. So for you all that do not know, Willie Lynch was from the West Indies. He was invited to Virginia to meet with the slave owners to teach methods to keep people enslaved, okay? That's where the word lynching comes from, is his last name. So the book starts off with a greeting. So he's greeting them, thank you for allowing me to come here, da-da-da-da. I got a kit for y'all. And this kit, he says, it's a foolproof method for, let me read it in his voice. I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I've outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. So what he took, this is his simple list of differences, and he took them and made them bigger. He took age, he took color, he took shade, he took intelligence, he took size, he took sex, he took sizes of plantation, status on the plantation, attitude of the owners, whether the slaves lived in the valley, on the hill, the east, the west, the north. They had fine hair, they had coarse hair, they were tall or they were short. He took these lists of differences and he made them bigger. Sounds familiar. If your hair is like, ding, it's nappy, right? But if you got saying long flowy hair, or you got good hair, that's good hair. Why is that good hair? Good hair is having hair, period, because God said your hair gonna be like this. So God made you with bad hair? Oh, okay. Okay. So another thing he said was distrust. Make their distrust stronger. Okay? Make their distrust stronger. He said this method will work for hundreds of years, maybe even thousands. He was right, because it's still working to this day. To this day, it's working, okay? So you take the old black male versus the young black male. The young black male, young black male versus the old black male. You use the dark-skinned slave versus the light-skinned slave, the light-skinned slave versus the dark-skinned slave. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Because it's, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. The female versus the male versus the female. And said, you must also have all your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks. So that means when you go in a store and they watching you, just because that's this where that came from. And then he said, but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us, hence welfare. They must love and respect and trust only us. So if you get your food from me, you get your housing from me, you get everything from me, if I cut it off, your basic needs and necessities is gone. So you being on it is a benefit to the person who's paying for it, hence Uncle Sam. You stay on it, I can control you because I'm providing you your basic needs. I mean, come on now. Okay, so trust only them, okay? They said if you use this plan intensely for a year, them slaves themselves, for a year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. That was really his speech. He came and lined out his speech. Now let's get into this kit he was talking about. So this is the Let's Make a Slave, okay? So this is his rule book. This is his ingredients. This is what he used, his recipe to make a slave. So you're gonna need a nigger female, a nigger male, and a nigger child. Not my words. I'm just a messenger. Okay. Says, so let's make a slave. Moving along. I told you I can't read it for y'all. Y'all gotta get this book and read it. It's a short read. It's only 45 pages. Let me go to show y'all. It's literally only 45 pages, and the words on the page is super big. So probably like 20-some pages. Okay. So in making of a slave, the ingredients, the recipe, everything you'll need is 6 rules. They call the cardinal rules for making a Negro. So I'm paraphrasing. Basically, a natural Negro in its natural state is not good for the economy. Not good at all. They must be broken, okay? And you must pay attention to the female, the mother, and the youngest offspring, okay? Then, if 1 through 3 fails, you gotta go to number 4, which is crossbreeding. Number 5 is differences in language. So communication will not work. 6 is leave the body, take the mind. They say you must keep your eye and thoughts on the female and the offspring, because you must concentrate on the future generation. Therefore, if you break the female, meaning the mother, she will break the offspring in the early years of development. Next chapter is the breaking process of an African woman. Take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way, because she is the most important factor for good economics. If she shows a sign of resistance in submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use a bullwhip on her to extract, this is what it says, that little bit of bitch out of her. Take care not to kill her in doing so, for you will spoil good economics. When in complete submission, they will train their offspring in the early years to submit to labor when they become of age. Understanding is the best thing. Again, just a messenger. Break the woman, so she raised broken children. So she raised a man, this is what it says, destroy the male image. So she raises her son to be fearful and to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong. And she raised her daughter to be independent. So the woman will be at the forefront. The woman gonna be the shooter, and the man is gonna be behind and scared. This is the plot. This is the ploy, and this is the plan, and it's written in plain sight, and you have access to it. Don't be a victim. Break the curse, okay? Next chapter, the Negro marriage unit. Okay. So basically, this is psychology. So if you take the male from the female, she will be frozen mentally, and she will have an independent psychology and raise her offspring into reverse roles. She will teach him and instill in him fear, and he will subconsciously fear for his life, so he will be raised to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind. Okay, so they got a warning. They got a warning. This is a warning sign. If all else fails, they said our experts warned us about the possibilities of this phenomenon occurring. The mind has a strong drive to correct and recorrect itself over a period of time. So basically, history not gonna continue to repeat itself. After a while, they're gonna be like, hey, let change some thing right here. Let change some thing around here. So if that were to happen, the next thing they would want to introduce is crossbreeding. Crossbreeding niggers mean taking so many drops of good white blood and putting them into as many nigger women as possible, varying the drops by the various tones that you want, and then letting them breed with each other until a circle of color appears that you desire. So basically, you're mixing, you're taking dark and you're taking light, and let's see what we get. We get light, oh, this kind of light, that kind of light, light digger, come on, light digger. Okay, so basically this is still reigns true to today, because we have the whole light skin versus dark skin. If you're light skin, you're more attractive. It's like, okay, we are perpetuating stereotypes of slave owners. Like, okay, we're arguing about who has more oppressive traits. Like, we're arguing about or we're comparing ourselves and making a hierarchy out of who's more attractive based on a European standard that says you're more attractive because you're closer to this. Come on, man. So y'all praising a product of rape? Really? This is what we come to? In the beginning of the book, what he say, take the differences and make them bigger. That's the point, the plot, and the plan, hidden in plain sight, and you don't see it. Is you looking for it? Let me get back to it. So yeah, the last chapter talks about language. Basically, if two people cannot communicate properly, then what happens when you can't communicate? So it's sad, because this little short book, letter, speech that he gave, kit that he made, still rings true to today, and not much has changed. So they haven't changed, the plot and the ploy haven't changed, so what needs to change is you. Be the change that you want to see. Unknown, I don't know who she is, but it wouldn't be. But anyways, y'all, they think I'm dumb. They don't know I see the plot. Happy Black History Month for all of you guys who observe and celebrate the month. Do something, learn something that you didn't know, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.